Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I be. Good Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. Instant classic in the making, guys. First time to the channel, subscribe, notify, do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the content. Description area below for all my good stuff. When you come into the building, guys, don't forget, drop your like. All right. Make sure you caress molest and de-stress yourself all over that like button because it wants it, it needs it, and most definitely has to have it. Of course, if you want to support, please feel free. But the good doc is happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with him today. Now you're on then. Official time check, 8:45 in the PM Eastern Standard Time, which makes that about what, 7:45 Central, 5:45 for everybody repping that West Coast, and of course, 8:45 in the AM Philippine Standard Time. Wherever you guys are reporting in the world today, salamat salahat, and thank you guys for joining the good doc on this particular live stream today. Let me take a sip real quick, cause I'm in my feelings, bro. I gotta talk to my Filipinas out there. Gentlemen, you can rock with me on this one if you want to, but we got to have a conversation. Ladies, Filipinas, women in general, where the fuck was this energy when I was single? Okay? Where was this energy that was much needed when I was single? Now, earlier today, if you guys were able to catch the video about a Filipino or a woman immensely increasing a foreigner's value in the country, you'll know exactly where I'm coming from with this particular topic of conversation. But to give you a recap for those that may not have caught it, I used to say that, and I still believe wholeheartedly that when you have a Filipino on your arm, and women seem to believe that the Filipino you have on your arm is super attractive, they all of a sudden find value in you all of a sudden. As in, now all of a sudden that I decide to kick it with one female or, decide to walk around and kick it and chill with a specific young lady, now all of a sudden you find me to be attractive too. Ladies, where was this energy when I was by myself? When I could openly have these conversations with you, love, right? Where was this energy when I was by myself? You only want to have this energy when I'm with somebody, right? And you see me with her. And I can tell you a ton of stories. I'll give you one specifically. Will appreciate the love, my brother. He says, can't wait to make my first visit to the Philippines, hopefully earlier next year. Join the Patreon and get those gems, people. Big facts, man. If you're not on the Patreon, I got shit over there that I do not put on Facebook. I mean, how to say Facebook or YouTube. That's no joke. I got well over 60 videos in either one of the Patreons that you choose. They're both popping. I appreciate you, Will. Good looking out, my brother. And my man, Tim H, I see you in the building. But back to the topic at hand. I just had to make sure I shout my boy out. Ladies, where was this energy when I was single? Right? Where was this energy when I didn't have to go home to a specific young lady that I wanted to call my own, and I could have spent time with you? I could have took you out. We could have smashed on the side. We could have did some things. You only want to try to do that shit when I'm with somebody. And I'm not sitting here trying to say that Filipinas or ladies in general are home wreckers, because that's not fair. That's not the type of energy I want to fuck with. But what I am trying to tell you, ladies, is where was this energy when I was single? Right? I just don't feel like I was probably attractive enough to you when I was by myself, right? When I didn't have anybody, I just wasn't attractive because it may have seemed like other women didn't find me to be attractive either, or maybe because I wasn't with anybody, it may have looked and or perceived that I wasn't valued by any other woman. But the one time that I actually choose to settle down and try to make one thing happen with one particular young lady, now all of a sudden y'all want to start taking looks at your boy. Right now, y'all want to start trying to have conversations. Now you want to start sliding my DMs. Now you want to start hitting me up on Facebook and shit. When I was single and I could fuck with you, where was this energy at? It seems to only happen, gentlemen, when you decide to lock yourself down with a specific female. And even if you don't, and you want to kind of use it to your advantage, if a Filipina sees you with another attractive Filipina, I do believe it brings them into the fold, because if they know that you can get a woman that is perceived to look better than them, or they look at that young lady and they can say, damn, that girl's kind of cute, and she tries to compare herself to the chick that you're with, guaranteed, guaranteed, she gonna probably feel a different way about you, or she's gonna have a different type of energy for you. In the beginning, when you were single, she ain't got nothing to say. She ain't got two shits to give. But when you with somebody and you seeing somebody, now all of a sudden she won't come around. Hey, how you doing? Where you been? Right? And don't act like I'm the only one who's had this experience. But if I am, I'm just sharing with you exactly how it's going to be so that you guys can prepare yourself in advance. I'm telling you, these women play a different type of game and they energy change real quick. I had a girl specifically shut me the fuck out. Like she told me dead to my face, nah, I only look at you like a friend. I've had plenty of girls tell me, I only look at you like a friend. Y'all thinking that this pretty motherfucker here used to get them all? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I don't get every girl that I ever talk to. Reality check, ladies and gentlemen. Just because you're a foreigner, you're not going to get every girl you talk to. Not every girl is going to find you to be attractive. Not every girl is going to want to sleep with you the first time that they see you. Sometimes you just got to put in a little bit of work. But let me also say this, probably about many of the girls that I've had turn me down when they know that I'm in a relationship and they see me on Facebook and I'm happy posting pictures with my young lady, or my young lady's posting pictures of us on her Facebook or her Instagram, and people are in the cut trying to stalk and shit, and they start to see Doc over here with a smile on his face looking all happy and shit, my girl looking all happy and shit, we looking all happy and shit. Now all of a sudden baby girl wants that piece of happiness too, when she could have had a chance at that happiness. She ain't want to fuck with me. But now that you see your boy in the cut doing some things, now all of a sudden I'm attractive now. So when I tell guys that a Filipina does bring immense, brings value to a foreigner immensely, that's exactly what I'm saying. All of a sudden, a Filipino on your arm kind of brings the eyes that you probably never knew were looking at you, and it brings them out. I believe my boy wrote in the content in the comment section, or said something the other day about how the girl's milkshake bring all the boys. Khalees was a song, and the song was "My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard." And damn right, that's what happens. All I got to do is walk around that mall with a Filipino on my arm, and every girl that work in any of them damn shops, and they be up in the cuss, like just scoping and shit. Now all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, who is this?" Right? It's all of a sudden they knew who the fuck I was because I be in that mall all the time. And I know I'm mixing up the story, but the girl I was talking about used to work in the mall. She declined your boy, didn't want to give your boy no value at all, didn't want to fuck with your boy at all. She see me with my young lady. Now all of a sudden, damn, hey, how you doing? How you been? And she never deleted my number, and I never changed my number. So when she started writing me back, I didn't know who the fuck she was. I was like, who's this? She was like, hey, you don't remember me? I said, who? Because I deleted her number. Once you tell me you ain't fucking with me, you good. It's Gucci. Doc don't give a shit. Like after that, we good. Like I ain't got I ain't got two shits to give for you. But she was in the cause like, yeah, so and so that work at the store. Remember, you bought your cell phone here. I bought a cell phone case from where she worked at, and I got a number. And I was like, oh, what's up? And she was like, hey, I saw you today in the mall. And when I know that she saw me that day in the mall, specifically what she would try to tell me is that she saw me walking with somebody. All right. And it is what it is, man. They only want to come around when you with somebody. That's the only time they want to come around. It is what it is. That's my truth, ladies and gentlemen. Eight in the building, man. Drop a like. Competition anxiety kicks in when she sees you with the other cute Filipina. True. Shout out to my man 430. I appreciate you coming through, my boy. I appreciate you coming back. It's good to see you, man. I said back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. Yeah, that's Mike Jones in the building for sure. Pedro, he said women don't want to date a man that is not proven he is a catch. That is true. If you can't prove that you have value by who the fuck you choose to have in your corner, nobody want to talk to you. Appreciate my boy AB. What's good with you, man? He said your boy done been inducted into the 100% permanent disabled, man. Congratulations, man. That 100% is a hard thing to come by. Chosen one. Oh, I'm lying. He said I've had the best of the best. He said you see my comment earlier. Yeah, I read your comment on the video, but did the best of the best come when you were single, or the best of the best came when you had that girl on your arm? He says they only come around if your girl is the best of the best. Expats are expected to hang with some of the types of women. That's what I'm telling you. They only want to come around. How am I lying when I'm telling you that they only want to come around when they see the beautiful girl on your arm? Now, you can talk about the girl that you with and the give and take that comes with it, because I do remember your conversation. But I'm just saying, they only want to fuck with you when they know that somebody else wants you. And it has nothing to do with, I'm not saying that you can't get girls while you're single. That's not the best way to put it. But I'm saying, though, your value increases immensely when you got the beautiful girl on your arm. It's kind of hard to argue with that one. He said chicks like dudes in their pocket. They truly do. Some girls like to have, a couple guys on the side, myself included. It's like having, women on the side when you could do it. But when you're in a relationship and you can't do it, that's when everybody want to come around. And I'm trying to figure out where was this energy at? Like, where was this energy at when I wanted to fuck with you? Because there are girls that'll say, nah, I only look at you as a friend. But you look at me as more than a friend. Wherever you see somebody else in the cut with me, or you see somebody else talking to me. Now you don't want to be friends anymore. Now you want to explore the different options that we could potentially. You know what, man? You keep that energy, love. All I ask is, where was that energy when I was single? And I think every man has that conversation. Most of us don't care, but it's funny how everybody want to come around when you actually got something going for you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be money or finances. I mean, that kind of just comes hand in hand with having a beautiful young lady on your arm. I guess it's a perception or what is perceived, but everybody won't come around. Everybody and their mama want to come around when when you seen with somebody, right? That shit funny to me. He said, let her play backup tight end. You could always do that. Let's not fuck around with that. Shout out to our man Dollar Will. It's been a minute, bro. He says, you think she's game to be second string. She probably will be. You understand? I just, you do realize that, right? Like, it's not that it's actually to the point where you have to make a choice. If you choose to keep her around and you let her know that first string ain't going anywhere and she cool with being second, by all means, my brother, if she willing to play second string, touche. And I say less, but the thing for me is, again, where was this energy when I was single? And I was cool to run them streets like I wanted to, but now you don't want. Now you want to come around when your boy actually trying to claim somebody. He says, "Yo, females just want to try different lollipop flavors. It's all good, man. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Motherfucker, I don't know. A top notch Filipina is like grade AB. You have to pay for that. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that you ain't gonna come out of pocket. Nobody would ever dis anybody who says you don't have to is lying. If you do want top notch Poo-Nan, you gotta pay for it. But let's just hypothetically say that the girl on your arm is somebody who, well, she's bringing you value whether you pay for it or not. Because I can promise you, the looks that you get for having this particular chick on your arm is definitely probably worth more than you're putting in. Now, again, if you are in that position, in that situation, and you get to the point where you can actually make the decision on whether you want to try to have someone on the side or you just want to play coy and do your own thing and just kind of kick it with one and stick to one, that's when the decision comes to you. But again, would you say openly you were getting these looks before you had this beautiful, beautiful young lady on your arm? Chances are, like I said, I'm not saying that guys aren't out there with high success rate living a single life. I'm just saying some of the ones that you want, all that energy, don't want to come around until you single. Now, a lot of us, you know how the game goes. If she ain't fucking with you, you keep it pushing, you keep it rolling. Big facts. Right? You keep it pushing, you keep it rolling. Like, okay, you don't want to fuck with me. That's cool. There's 100 million different girls in the country. I'll be fine. But when you do find one that you kicking it with, or she may see you in the mall with somebody, whether you claiming that girl or not, if he just sees you out and about, she gonna look at you and be like, well, damn. Now that I know he could get somebody who look better than me, because she's probably gonna look better than her. Either she gonna feel a way about it, or she gonna hit you up saying, okay, now I know what he can get. And I know the potential of the girl he can get because I've seen this particular young lady with him. So Now I know that if I don't act right, it is what it is. He's gonna be able to get something better than me every single time. And once they know that they can be replaced, even if they were never in the position in the first place. Once they know they can be replaced, that's when everybody try to act right. Slide in your DMs, trying to say hi, hello, trying to get back in your good graces. And I'll tell you the truth. It'll get to the point where she'll probably be trying to beg to see what she can do for you to get back into your good graces. It happens, man. They'll be like, I'll do anything. Whenever a Filipino girl tells you that she'll do anything, you might want to be careful. That's the type of shit that you know your mind gonna go to some deviant dark places, especially when you know she willing to do anything to get back into your good graces. You might want to chill. You might want to fall back on that one. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. I see 10 in the building. I appreciate you guys coming through. Y'all make sure you drop a like. Make sure you caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It wants it. It needs it. Most definitely has to have it. If you guys want to support, please feel free to do so. But of course, I'm happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with your boy today. Now you're on. Then back to business as usual. Where was that energy when I was single, love? Where was that energy when I didn't have anybody to give that energy to? And I was trying to give it to you. That's what we're talking about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They always want to come around when they see you with somebody, but sometimes they don't want to give you the time of day when you are quote unquote perceived to be single. Shout out to my man Kane the Conqueror. What's up, man? He's just tapping in early morning. So what's cracking? Shout out to Dr. Mike. Keep it pushing. Much love to you, my brother. Appreciate you coming through. JX, what's good with you, brother? He says it could be you don't come off as thirsty when you have a girl. Think about how you talk to girls when you got a guarantee. Ha! That is actually not a bad. That is not a bad approach. Not a bad concept to speak on. Because when you have a girl, you don't really give a fuck because you know you got one. So you'll talk to a girl any type of way, and that is true. That is so damn true. I remember, and when you say shit like that, it triggers the story. Normally, and this was before the meme one. This was before the meme one. Let me make sure I divulge this information. But I was talking to a girl before I started dating my young lady. And like when you talk to somebody and you know that you guaranteed got something, you do talk to women different. Like normally, if I'm trying to hit it, I won't necessarily bring it up on the first date conversation of you know, the first date conversation of talking or texting with a Filipino. I just won't bring it up. But when you have somebody is guaranteed and you kind of just trying to get from point A to point B, you really get real reckless because you don't care. You really start to get reckless, like you don't give a shit. Like, yo, you trying to get in or what? And if she says no, you just say, fuck it. Okay, it don't matter because I already got mine, right? And also, when you do have a girl or something like that, you're not trying to go as hard at them or say these beautiful flowery words and shit like you may have done in the past. Kind of coming off simpish. Not necessarily like a simp, but very simpish. Calling them beautiful and, maganda and all that shit. Once foreigners know like a couple of fucking Filipino words, we kind of just run with that shit. We just run it dry. Oh, you're so maganda this, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is. But, sometimes when you're in a relationship and you really ain't pressed by another female at all, whether you get her or not get her, you kind of do have this reckless abandonment in the way in which you conduct situations, myself included. I told a girl straight up, I said, look, I like you. I find you to be attractive. Do you feel like spending some time alone or some shit like that? And she said, what do you mean? There is nothing I hate worse. But guys, you'll notice about me. There's nothing I hate worse than having to explain myself a million times. So I try my best to say things as nice as humanly possible to try to get them to understand my point. So rather than saying, girl, I want to fuck or girl, I want to have sex with you, I'll be like, do you mind if we go somewhere and be alone? Like, are you cool with us being alone somewhere? And she'll be like, oh, if we're alone, what are we going to do? Like, I'm like, bitch, do you not get the point? Are you really going to make me say it? Because I know you want me to say it, but if you really going to make me say it, I'll say it, right? How do you feel about us making love or some shit like that? Right? So I'll try to say make love or some shit. Just to kind of lose the just water it down a little bit. She's like, make love, what is that? I said, bitch, you really gonna make me say it? You really gonna make me say it? Okay, I'm gonna say it. I am trying right? You start going into detail like, look, I want us to be alone so that we can have make love sex. Are you okay with that? Yes or no? Granted, it's not going to be those words in that order, but you kind of get to the point where when you start asking me that question enough times and you basically make me feel like I got to say it, I'm going to say, girl, you going to let me fuck yes or no? it's going to end up coming off like that. And that's not what I'm trying to come off as. I want to try to be as respectful as humanly possible. But when you do have a young lady, you do get extremely reckless. You don't care after that. Like the flowery words or the nice way of trying to tell a girl you want to have sex with them, it goes out the window because at that point it's like, look, either you want to do it or you don't want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, that's cool. You keep it pushing. I'm gonna go back to what is already guaranteed to me, and we're gonna live our best life. Now, when you see me out in the streets and I'm with my young lady, don't say shit to me. Don't talk to me because you had your chance when I was gonna give it to you, but then your ass still want it. So I ain't trying to fuck with you no more. Or if you're gonna try to fuck with me on the side, don't look at me in public. You still got my number. You hit me up on the low. You know, our energies definitely when we do have somebody guaranteed, the shit definitely changes. Mm. All right, yo, 15 in the building, yo. Y'all make sure y'all drop a like for the good doc. All right, 15 in the building. Oh, Delaware, we definitely got to spread that love, man. I do believe that all of this is too much for one person. Let me never say that out loud again. You feel like all of you is too much for one person. Any top notch knows that the marketplace has already affirmed their value. That's pretty much what it is. The young lady that you have on your arm increases and confirms your value immensely. So, with that being said, I am a person that is a firm believer in you have got to be careful with the type of woman you choose to have on your arm. All right, yo, 16 in the building. If you rocking it, let's get it. But you definitely have to be careful with the type of girl that you're seeing in public with. I am a man of image. God, I ain't got the. I mean, I'm not a public figure, but I am right. And the way that I'm out and about in public, you know, when people see you, you want everything to be the right perception of yourself, right? So when I talk to guys and you look at who you dating or who you trying to fuck or who you trying to get it in with, I often tell them, yo, you got to be careful with the type of women that you bring out in public, or you got to be careful with who you seen with in public because it could probably do more damage than help you if you just, and I hate to say it this way, ladies, Filipinas never take this as a sign of disrespect, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Take it how you want to, but it's not meant to be disrespectful. But if you got you a girl that you just met from the bookies, man, baby girl, she looking a little dirty or something like that, walk around with some crusty ass flip flops on and shit with the short Daisy Dukes. Bitch got ashy knees and shit, but she missing the teeth in her mouth. Again, I say this with all respect. That ain't gonna look good for your image, right? And I've seen this happen, which is why I'm saying it. I should never have to say it, but I'm gonna say it. But there are guys out here who will literally walk around with the dustiest, crustiest Filipinas on planet Earth, and it's not a good look, and it doesn't bring value to you. Like they gonna look at you and say, "Damn, that's what you want," or they're gonna look at you and say, "Damn, that's the best you can get." Right? They're gonna give you two looks. That's the best you can get, or is that really what you want? And when you're caught in that middle, that uncomfortable zone, I'm gonna call it the uncomfort zone. You're kind of stuck because who's gonna want to fuck with you when you're actually choosing to be seen with a chick that looks the way that she does? When we talk about grade A prime beef, like my man Chosen One would put it so eloquently, when you're talking about getting you not necessarily the top notch, but the top of the notch, or the girls who look like they got something going for them, a body or something, they definitely look away and they definitely look good. At the very least, if you're gonna deal with a girl like that, make sure she's wearing a face mask so nobody can see her face, and them teeth is jacked up, and at least let baby girl take a shower, wash her ass, buy her some new flip flops or some shit, buy her some new zapatos, buy her some chinilas or whatever the fuck. I forgot what they call flip flops. I'm sorry, but buy her some new shit so that she at least looks clean and presentable. You can't have her walking around the mall in the same shit that she came to see you in on day two. You feel me? So you got to be careful about that stuff. Again, image is important, but it's not important in the Philippines. But I do believe that your value can only be increased if you're seen with women that are perceived to have some type of value. If you're just out there in the streets just with anybody looking away, you're like, God damn, what in the fuck is you doing, bruh? What in the fuck is you doing? Right? That's the question you got to ask yourself. All right, 13 in the building, man. Make sure you drop that like. He said, Pim, he said, I don't know about you. I say this respectfully. Was married to a Filipino from Cebu. He says, yeah, that place of all spots in the Philippines. I visited multiple times, but I can't speak on why you're not. Did I miss it? Why you're not having success with that could be qualified as 8 or 9. When I say, how can I hold on? Let me rephrase because I never want you to think that you can't have. See, this is where I think there's a common misconception. That's why I try my best to keep reiterating this. But I will never say that you're not going to get success single, right? I don't want to say that, and that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that having a girl on your arm increases your value, as in all the eyes are looking at you. Maybe you get a good number of eyes on you when you're single, but I feel like those eyes double, sometimes triple, whenever you're with somebody, because now everybody wants to see the Filipina that foreigner chose to be with. That's the energy that I'm trying to give here. They all want to know, yo, who was that girl or who was the girl that this Filipino chose to be with? And they always, 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 and I say this with capital letters, ALWAYS, they always compare themselves to the girl that you're with. No doubt in my mind, they always compare themselves to the girl that you're with. They're always gonna be like, damn, I know I'm cuter than that bitch, but he with her. And I know that sounds a lot like something you may hear in the West, right? I'm not giving up that Western mentality type shit. No, they may not say it, but that's what they feeling, right? That's what they're feeling. How am I in comparison to the girl that he is with right now? If she's also beautiful and oh my god, and she thinks that she doesn't have a chance with you, or something like, oh, the girl he's with us, oh my goodness, she's so pretty. Look at her hair, look at her body. She has all of this, she has all of that. Those 8 or 9s that you probably should be scooping anyways, if that's what you really want, they are the ones that are going to increase your value for other 8s and 9s, right? Because once you choose the girl that you want on your side, I kind of feel like it's going to be hard for you to date down after that. You feel me? It's going to be very difficult for you to date down. Like if you're walking with an 8 or a 9, you're not gonna sit here and try to smash a 5 or a 6. No, 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 no. You're gonna want to keep all the 8s and 9s in rotation in that circle, and you're gonna try to get your eyes from the 8s and 9s. Does that guarantee that you're gonna get the eyes from the 8s and 9s? Yes, and maybe no. It just depends on how many other suitors these 8s or 9s have for themselves, right? So if they have their own set of suitors, they may fuck with you, they may not. So you got to keep that into consideration because again, there are variables in every single situation that you find yourself in. But again, like you're not having this girl on your arm to deal with a 5 and a 6. You're gonna try to keep yourself within the realms of the 8s and 9s. But maybe the 8 and 9 that may not have given you a chance when you were single, and they realize that you can get a girl that's in their, how can I say this, within their, not stratosphere, that's a stupid word to use, but within their realm or within their their number range, I should say, it kind of makes things different, right? Because an 8 or a 9 is not just gonna jump on the foreigner's dick like that, because they can get other foreigners, right? That's the truth. An 8 or a 9 pushing a 10, and however you value these women based on attractiveness, I don't know, because everybody's 8s and 9s are different. But however you value that particular young lady as well, in reference to her 8 or 9 status, you're pretty much going to try to fuck with 8s and 9s after that. I assume, right? I'm not assuming that you're dealing with an 8 or a 9 to get you a 5 or a 6, right? But yes, I am saying that it's not as if you're not going to get looks when you're single. You just get more eyes on you when you actually have somebody with you. Best way for me to kind of word it. All right. He says, but I know my wife and a couple of females I've played with weren't working girls. Dr. Mike is right. If you want one who's vibe with you, you know is I'm sorry, with you, know it gets beautiful. Game doesn't get worthwhile to know abroad. Game does get, I'm sorry, gotcha. I have a similar story, doctor. If they didn't give me the time of day the first time, I don't give a second chance to the first impression. You left it, now don't come back. But they always gonna slide in DMs when they know there's somebody in the corner trying to get your attention. They're always gonna have a conversation when they definitely see you with somebody. My man says, make fun, not love. That's actually a great way to say it. That make yeah, I know what you mean. But again, when I was younger, bro, I try my best to come up with different clever ways to try to tell a girl, look, this is what I'm trying to do, right? Without coming off sleazy or unapproachable, right? See, the thing is, Filipinas are not stupid. They know foreigners are trying to get in their draws. for the most part. They know for a fact foreigners are trying to get some Philippine draws. Like it's common knowledge, right? It's not as if this is like breaking fucking news. They know that we trying to get it in. They know that shit. They know that shit. But but if you're gonna come at her that way, you have to come at her in a way that doesn't come off sleazy like other foreigners will do. Let me give you the perfect example. Yo, this may rub some people the wrong way, but I know y'all may have been privy to this type of information before. So there was this one girl that I was talking to a minute ago, and I met her online, right? I met her in an online site. It wasn't an online dating site, but it was an online social platform, right? Very popular in the Philippines and stuff like that. So one day we was booed up and shit, just laying in the bed having a conversation, and it wasn't serious, never anything serious. You know, it was just fun. It was a good time. We were making fun. All right, so that's the best word for me to use. We were making fun. So we're in the bed chilling and shit, and she pulls out her phone and she starts checking her messages on this social site that I saw her on, and I met her on. And again, like I'm interested to see the types of guys she's talking to. I mean, I'm not pressed about it. You know, I don't give a shit. Honestly, I don't care. Because a lot of the guys she were talking to were foreigners that were probably never coming to the country, anyways. So that they were the least of my worries. So she used to get a lot of messages from, and I say this with all respect, a lot of like the Indian dudes and the Arab dudes, right? And what I learned about them through her is they are very blunt and very vocal. They have no filter. It's literally, hey girl, I like your boobs. Oh, you have big breasts. I want to see and grab and touch your breasts. Literally, these are the conversations that they're saying in a message to her. Like, oh, your breasts are so big. I want to grab and I want to touch on them. Like, and I don't know if you guys know this, but this is how some of them talk. Just blunt, vulgar, vocal, straight to the point shit, right? So she was showing me this shit and she was deleting them as she was reading them, and I was reading them with her. I was like, damn, like that's how they talk to you? And I knew it, but I didn't know it until she showed it to me, right? And I was like, okay. So she was very turned off at the fact that people were extremely blunt and forward with the way that people were coming at her in such a sexual way, you know, trying to, what's the word I'm trying to say? Not abuse it. That's stupid. It's objectify. There you go. The objectification, right, of her. So she was feeling away. That was the time when I realized I had to come up with a clever way of trying to tell girls that I wanted to fuck without trying to say I tried to fuck. Because if you say it that way, then you are no different than the guys that are leaving these sleazy ass messages on these websites, right? You're no different than the rest of them. Oh, I want to touch your boobs. Oh, I want to feel your vagina or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Grab the bitch by the pussy, some Donald Trump shit. That's what it comes off as, right? So I had to learn a very clever way of trying to tell girls without being rude about it that we was trying to get it in. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it did not. My man Roger says, no fat chicks. We like them thick, we don't like them fat. Top-notch women want to follow top-notch women. Touche. That is a great way to put it, my man. They wanted to follow top flight women. My bad, top-notch women. Hey, man, 14 in the building, bro. Appreciate you guys coming through, showing love to the good doc. Y'all make sure y'all caress, molest, and distress yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, most definitely as the habit. You guys want to support, please feel free to do so. But of course, I am happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with your boy today. Now and then. Chosen One says, chicks with flip-flops are the real Filipinas. That's exactly what you need. It's not that I care that she's wearing flip-flops. They just can't be dusty or crusty and dirty and shit. It just looks away, man. You gotta clean up a little bit. That's all. He said her buy her face mask. Damn right, man. She got to cover them teeth, bro. If she got the messed up teeth, and she got good looking eyes, like, you know, face masks come in handy. You feel me? The face masks come in handy. I think I'm all right. I think I was freezing up a little bit. I'm sorry. But oh yeah, man, those face masks, they come in handy. He said, if a Filipino is wearing shoes, that is an automatic red flag. They may be poor, but they are true Filipinos. It's, again, My energy has absolutely nothing to do with them wearing flip flops or not. The flip flops just can't be crusty, right? They can't be crusty. They can't be dusty. At least get the bitch right. Chicks with Javianas. My man, Maximus. There you go. If they rocking them Javianas, that your baby girl got some money. That's like, I forgot. Javianas was like a status symbol in the Philippines. Filipinos love themselves some Javianas. My girl got damn near every pair and every color. At my expense, by the way. But yes, Javianas was like a status symbol. The baby girl ain't wearing some Javianas and she wearing that ukay ukay, that ukay ukay 50 peso off shit from the from that secondhand shop. Nothing wrong with that, of course, but just gotta keep them clean, love. It don't matter what you rock it, as long as you keep them clean. He says, "Hey, so what you eat in more ways?" He said, "Hey, you are what you eat in more ways than one." That is true, gentlemen. God, I just read that. Let me say that. Let me think about that out loud. But yeah, no doubt in my mind, 100%. Your man says you are what you eat in more ways than one. Ah, I love that because that makes so much sense. Again, you got to be careful, man. The one that's going to be on your arm, she got to look the best of the best. If not, you in trouble. My man says chicks with Spartans or Islanders are the poor girls, and the chicks with Javianas are the gold diggers. But Javianas was the status symbol, man. If you had a chick with some Javianas, man, your chick was right. Hey, gold digger or not, yo, at least her feet look good. Because I'm a feet person. I look for three things in a Filipino. I told y'all this before. There are three things that I look at a Filipino. I got to see how clean her feet are, or how well she takes care of her feet, how well she takes care of her hands, and what her smile look like. Those are the three things that I give a fuck about in the Philippines. When it comes to a Filipino, good feet, good teeth, good hands, right? That's it. Anything else, I'm cool with. Like I'll make the rest of it work. But you got those are mandatories. Those are I can't go without. For sure, for sure. You gotta have that and have that. Isaac, how you doing, baby? He said, "What's good? Making travel plans. We definitely making travel plans." He said improving foreign relations. He said most shy girls don't like the direct approach. True. It works best to just kiss them. At least in the US it works best that way. Um yeah. I can see what you mean. Yeah, definitely. I'm very indifferent with that like my approach to women. Like that direct approach don't work. But I'm telling you, them dudes be vulgar as hell, yo. They be straight to the point. I love it, but I hate it at the exact same time because they have zero filters, man. Those guys that'll be on them dating sites, they straight to the point. Girl, you got the biggest breast I've ever seen in my life. I want to put my face in them. I've seen the comments. They be bugging the fuck out. They be like, yo, I want to put my face in them. I want to kiss them. I want to hug them. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This shit sounds just creepy, right? It sounds hella creepy to hear a dude talk like that. But I'm seeing this with my own eyes, and she's showing this to me, and she's not looking at me, but she's looking at the phone with a just look of disgust on her face. I'm like, yo, I said, she clearly ain't vibing with these messages, and rightfully so, because even me reading them, I'm like, man, this is a bit much. Like, it's like going into details with a girl, what you want to do to her, but in a message, like everything I want to do with you when I see you and shit. It's a little awkward, bro. It's a little bit much, right? A little bit much, man. Oh, Charles, man, them diamonds in the rough, always, bro. They always work. As long as you're willing to upgrade without worrying about the cost, diamonds in the rough work best. Only thing I care about, yo, you gotta make sure them feet look right. Just make sure the feet look good. American in the world, what's going on, man? I think that's my man D. What's going on with you, bro? He said face masks make girls look hot, especially in Angeles City, until you see them without that mask on. I mean, that's a reality check, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen girls in face masks before with the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen in my life, and then they take that mask off, and the face just don't fit. It happens so often, man. It freaks me out. Like when I'm when I teach, like we're required to have face masks in the classroom, right? When I teach, I have to wear face masks, and my kids do. So since we've been in school, I haven't seen like what my like the majority of my students look like without their mask on, right? Because they usually wear the entire duration of the class, right? So when they do take it off and like they see me out, like outside or something like that, or they'll be like, "Hey, doctor, how you doing?" And I'll be looking at them like, "Who the fuck is you?" And then I have this tendency to look at them in the eyes because I know eyes because I don't know face, right? So I only see eyes. And that's when I'm able to tell who is you. Like, and most of the time they don't fit. Like, I'm like, damn, this is what you look like. It's just weird. But yeah, it's happened. He said, be worried about the Filipinos with the fake Gucci bags. I don't really give my time to them. He said in the Philippines, everybody tries to be something they are not. I agree. He said, thought the status symbol was fake braces. Yeah, braces do represent a status symbol too. You're right, 100%. He said they be rocking them hard, especially in the white skinned Filipinos. You're not lying, bro. Braces are a status symbol too. People showing that they can actually get their shit together. He said good teeth is a tall order. Need a foreigner for that. When I say good teeth, I just mean you have all of them. Is that too much to ask? Let me clarify good teeth. That just means you have all of them. Am I asking too much for a Filipina to have all her teeth in her mouth? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, man. If I'm wrong, tell me in the chat box, bro. Is it too much for me to ask that my Filipina have all her teeth in her mouth? Right? Why does that sound so fucked up? But it's so real at the exact same time. And is it too much for me to ask, baby, that you have all your teeth in your mouth? If it is, tell me so I know. Right? Is it too much for me to ask that? All right, yo, 12 in the building, man. I appreciate y'all locking in with the good doc. Make sure y'all drop a like, man. Make sure y'all caress, molest, and distress yourself all over that like button. If wants it, it needs it, most definitely has to have it. Hey, if you want to support, please feel free to do so. Of course, I'm happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with your boy today. Now you're and then. Let's get back to business as usual. Again, ladies, where was this energy when I was single? Where were you at when I was single? Where was the love when I was single? You want to show me all this love now when I got somebody, but you ain't want to give me that shit when I was single. My feelings is hurt. But yeah, man. Yo, if you haven't checked out the Patreon, man, all my good stuff in the description area below, man. I'm telling you, Patreon be hitting different, y'all. Patreon be hitting different. Get the likes up for the good that bring y'all free game in the Philippines. I'm trying, bruh. I'm trying. I mean, I'll tell you exactly what you need to know. If you ever ask the right question, it'll trigger a response. That's all I can say. He said that comment was meant for you. It was meant for I don't care, bro. You get it is creepy, but it's a numbers game online to these dudes. All they need is one to like those creepy messages. You ain't never lie, bro. You ain't never lie. One might not take that particular combination of words in a negative light. One person might say, you know what, that is attractive. I am glad this man likes my boobs in such a way that he's willing to go into details about what he wants to do to them. It does just take one person to literally say, hey, you know what? I am so glad that you wrote me and you told me all the things that you want to do with my boobs. You know what you can do though? You can send me 5,000 pesos and I will show them to you on camera. Oh, y'all ain't know that was coming, did you? Cliffhanger. Oh, twist in the story. You know how the game goes, man. If you're creepy enough and they feel you got money, they'll probably show you what their titties look like. Just give me 5,000. I'll show you what my titties look like. That's pretty much where it's gonna go. Probably go from there, likely, because they'll never meet this guy in person. But at the very least, if all I gotta do is just show this dude some cleavage or some shit like that, you know how the game goes, man. Don't take much, man. It don't take much. They be saying some weird shit, bro. Them motherfuckers saying some weird shit. But you're right though. It only takes one. And then you send me money, I'll let you see him. You know how it goes. Chosen one, I haven't really read any messages that were not directed at me. So hey, y'all have y'all conversation. Again, Doc is here to just have fun, man. Let's just have fun. Let's enjoy the show. Let's talk about it, vibe about it. That's what we're here for. Charles, I think I'm asking too much, man. Good teeth, brother. Good teeth. I feel like I'm asking too much. Baby, is it too much for me to ask that you have all your teeth in your mouth? I mean, damn. Damn. I mean, okay, I'm willing to compromise if you missing like a couple in the back, right? I'm willing to compromise with that because some people have their wisdom teeth pulled, and that's not fair to you, right? If you're missing a couple in the back and it's not seen, okay, I'll take that, right? And it's not so much that you have to have all your teeth, love. They got to be clean, and I can't deal with that black shit. That shit be freaking me out too. So I think I'm asking too much, man. Which is why I'm always gonna like. I can't help it, bro. I swear, man. Don't do me that way. I'm trying. I feel like I'm asking too much. If I'm asking too much, tell me. Tell me now, because if I am, I want to adjust my preferences. I can't do that, but you get it, right? He said, "No hot girl that is missing her front grill. She will always be my favorite. If you know her, you know her." I'm not gonna venture to guess out loud who you're talking about because I feel like that would be unfair. He says, "I don't even have all my teeth. You asking a lot, Dot. Will, look, hey, bro, if your shit had to be pulled for a particular reason, hey, don't judge me. Okay, don't judge me for what I asked for. Again, like I said, I'm willing to compromise, man. If you missing a couple in the back, I look. Nobody can see that shit. Okay, man, I'm not gonna hold that against you, but you gotta have at least the majority of them, right? And you can't be missing any in the front, bro. That is a non-negotiable. If you missing them, they gotta be in the back, love. They can't be in the front, right? They can't be visible, right? It can't be where I see them. I think I'm asking too much, but yo, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. He said, guys here be creepy too. One told my friend to come over to lick his balls. God damn. Okay, vulgar much? Straight to the point, I see. Uh, yeah, that's weird, bro. That's kind of funny and weird at the exact same time. Yeah, yeah. Some people do say some weird shit for no reason at all, and I don't know if they expect that shit to work or not. But I'm under the assumption that they're used to getting creepy comments, and normally they'll get deleted. Now, if a girl is very accepting of these creepy ass comments, expect her to start asking you for money. I just can't see a girl being okay with the creepy ass comments, bro. It don't fit well. Not with me, right? Nah, I don't know, man. He said, might as well jump on Bigo. He said, I've been able to convert there. He said, just send them a few gifts and they're okay. I've been hearing some things, man. I've been hearing some things about a couple of these sites. Shout out to my man, Charles Merchant. I know he's in the building. Charles, I'm going to do a video on it. I think I'm going to make the video. I was debating on what you introduced me to. I was thinking about making a video on it. I think that I just might. I might go ahead and make the video, man. He said good TVs, no stained or missing windows. Bro, stainless steel to the stained glass windows, bro. It's something else, man. He did say missing windows, bro. Look, that's true. I don't ask for a lot, man. If you got a couple in the back, you know what I'm saying, some shit that I can't see, okay. No bad breath. That's a deal breaker too. It kind of goes hand in hand. I'm hoping that if you got all your teeth together, that means that you should have, I would hope that good teeth means good breath, but that doesn't always translate. So yes, no bad breath either. Yo, hey, let's just keep it clean, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it clean. We're gonna have a good, clean fight. All right, let's have some fun, guys. It's I know everybody's beefing with. Yo, just chill. We good. We good. We good. Charles, I did not know that, but I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Let's see who else we got in the building, man. Chosen one, I don't disagree, man. I'm pretty sure if you spend as much time in the country as you said, man, you probably got a fair amount of experience and knowledge that you can share too. So again, like I said, man, everybody's experiences in the Philippines, man, they're always going to be different, man, and it's always good to have differing perspectives. Definitely. Sometimes it boils down to having the raw, real conversations when they're required. But again, like I said, having fun is a part of the process as well. So, like I said, we're just here to enjoy. We're here to have fun. Everybody's not gonna agree with everybody. It's okay. It's meant to open up the dialogue. It's meant to open up the conversation. See where everybody's viewpoints are at certain things. I'm not going to sit there and say that everything that I say is by the book or everything that I say is Bible. I'm sharing in just experiences that I personally been through. Everybody's experiences are different. So maybe if somebody shared a differing opinion, like I said, got to keep the doors open for communication, y'all. And we're here to have fun. Remember that. Always here to have fun. He said when you were in the Philippines, excuse me. When was the best time to text girls? I noticed at night after things start closing, you get better results. Jay, right on point, my boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The best. I answered this question a long time ago. I can't even remember if you answered it, or I'm sorry, I can't remember if it was you that asked me this or not. Best time to text them exactly when things are closing. I'll text a girl at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I'll ask her what she doing. I'll be like, "What you doing?" Because I know she ain't doing shit. I know that if she is by herself, she will respond. If she's with somebody, she will not respond. That's how I've been able to kind of figure this and navigate this thing out. By 8 or 9 o'clock, you're usually unless you're finishing your work or something like that, you're usually in the comforts of your own home. Whoever you with, you cut it up with your boo thing. Sometimes actually, I've even pressed it out as far as 10 o'clock. Because 10 o'clock, I know you're home. Nothing's really open at it. Well, things are open, but I'm talking about 10 o'clock on a weekday when I know that either you got work or school the next day or you got something to do the next day that requires you to be at home. On the weekend, it's iffy, but it does depend on the type of woman you're dealing with as well. But yeah, man, I'll text you at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night and I'll see what you're doing. Because if you respond and I say, yo, I'm trying to see you, I kind of feel like you know what's good. Like, there's no way in this world that I'm gonna call and try to see you at 10 o'clock at night for us to just chill, right? So I think you know that there's a specific reason why I'm trying to see you. I've had girls ask me that question, why you want to see me now? I said, I'm not busy. I was thinking about you, I miss you, shit like that. Cause one thing that I've noticed about females, man, and here's a gem, man. You can take this one all the way to the bank, ladies and gentlemen. You can take this one all the way to the bank. Listen and listen good. If you're listening, press one. If you're listening, press one because I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one tonight. If you're listening, press one. I'm gonna give you the best gem that you'll ever hear. You probably already know. You already know what I'm gonna say, maybe. But just in case you want to hear it, I'm willing to give it to you. All right, just in case you want to hear it, I'll give it to you. Y'all make sure y'all press one in the chat. I see the ones come up. I'll make sure I got you undivided. I'll go ahead and drop that one little gem that I think that will be very beneficial to guys in the context of the conversation. He says, grab your lane and never broke, especially in other countries. Trust in the dollar and keep, my bad. He said to keep those numbers always up, player. I'm always in, man. He said, is it jealousy? A lot of time I feel like girls only want to talk to when they know I'm taken. Oh yeah, like I said, I don't think it's jealousy. It's just now all of a sudden they want you now. Yeah, you're right. Actually, that is jealousy. Just as password, travel and learn the language, enjoy the company for sure. Shout out to my man Paul. What's good with you, man? It's been a while, brother, but I'm good to see you. It's good to see you here. My man says I'm done with the Philippines. It definitely does get tiring after a while. All right, I see the ones. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the one thing that I do realize about Filipinas and like the certain times that we choose to text them, right? So hypothetically, let's say for example, I'll text a girl between 9 and 10 o'clock at night, and I'll tell her I want to see her, tell her I'm thinking about her, tell her I miss her, some shit like that. Whatever comes out my mouth or whatever text game I'm in at the moment, whatever mode I'm in. The one thing that I've noticed about Filipinas is they do not like to sleep alone at night. They don't like to be alone at night. So if you're willing to give them some company, please believe, man, being able to cuddle up next to a dude, that makes them feel good. So what I've noticed is women don't like to sleep alone at night. So if you can provide them company most of the time, it's kind of a win-win situation. And this is something that I didn't know until I was actually thrusted into the situation. When I realized that Filipinas and probably women in general don't really like sleeping alone at night, and they don't mind, coming through and kicking in as long as they got a warm body to lay next to. Sounds crazy. I know. Doc's dropping some crazy shit. Oh, this motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. But I learned that. I learned that women don't like being alone, bruh. They do not like sleeping alone. And when they don't like sleeping alone, they're willing to allow you to keep them company. I.e., it's a win-win because you know you're gonna get it in. She ain't gonna just let you lay up next to her and not let you smash. Cause she gotta know. Like I'll walk up and leave. Like, come on, man. I came all the way over here for nothing, love. Come on now. So for the most part, I learned that women don't really like sleeping alone at all. Like they love laying next to a warm body. They could always hug their pillows or their stuffed animals because Filipinas, for some reason, have like 1,000,001 fucking stuffed animals. I have never in my lifetime met a Filipina that does not have fucking stuffed animals. I've never met that shit. Never met a Filipino that don't have a stuffed animal somewhere. But it is what it is. He says, if they like you, this is how you know if they like you. Oh, definitely. They're going to let you come through. They're going to let you slide. Definitely let you slide. 10 o'clock at night. Because you have to understand, Filipinas are very, very much aware of the Bravo Charlie. Does anybody know what the Bravo Charlie is? Please tell me, my gentlemen, know what the BC is. What is the Bravo Charlie? Anybody know what Bravo Charlie is from this particular perspective? If you think about it out loud, what does the BC stand for in Bravo Charlie? He said, being alone makes you stronger, but I'm a man, not a woman. I don't believe women like being alone. That's why it's easy for them to just let you come through and slide. He said, this works in the United States too. Text girls after the club closes. It's definitely an easy draw. It's like shooting fish in a fucking barrel, guys. It's a win-win, especially if she responds, right? That's the beautiful part. When she responds, you know what's good. Most girls don't like to sleep alone, man. And as long as you have that mentality, yo, let's see, like last call, man. Like if you're at a bar or a club or something like that, last call, man, you'll see who comes through. Real talk. He says, I've had girls who may have been paid in the past message me to come over with no strings and money attached. Aren't those the most beautiful situations of them all? Don't it just make you feel all warm and cuddly inside? When you get up in that ass and you ain't got to pay for it. Let me stop, bro. But yeah, man, this is one of those beautiful things about life. The shy girl just needs a good excuse so she can continue to play dumb. Don't you love it, man? Just give them the excuse to play stupid. They know. But does anybody know what a BC is? What does the BC stand for? He says, there's no sipping over here. I've had this game in the stranglehold for a long time. We getting it in tonight, man. How long were you single in the Philippines? Between 2006 and 2011. Yeah, from the time that I got there in 2006 to 2011. That was my single days. Before I started actually holding it down. My man calls it plausible deniability. Gotta love it, man. Look, if you want to let them play dumb, do your thing, boo. He says in the US, he said, don't go to the club, just meet her in the parking lot. Amen to that. So you ain't gotta buy no drinks, you ain't gotta pay no tab. You Gucci, baby. You just get the ass. You ain't gotta pay tab or nothing. But yo, man, every girl's all down. Like I said, man, they're all down for the booty call, man. Every girl, if they text you back, chances are they are 100% game for the BC, the Bravo Charlie, the booty call. And no girl really wants to feel as though they're being treated that way, even though they know it. They just don't want to feel like that's exactly what it is. So as long as you can create the situation to make her feel comfortable and you give her a warm body to lay next to at night and it don't feel like you just coming through to smash and shit, even though you're probably going to leave the next morning. Some of you don't even wait until the morning time. We just cut out in the middle of the night while baby girl taking a nap. It is what it is. Every girl loves them. Every girl wants a booty call. Every girl wants to be the recipient of a booty call. They just don't want it to feel like a booty call. They don't want it to feel like you just hitting that ass and running. So when you do hit it, ladies and gentlemen, when you do get you some, just lay up next to her for a little bit. Make her feel away. Cuddle up with her because bitches like to spoon. If there's one thing that I've learned, women like to spoon. All right. I ain't gonna divulge my relationship, but I'm with my young lady, and my young lady likes to cuddle. Okay, it's cool. I love her to death. I give her whatever the fuck she wants because she deserves it, right? So she'll like to cuddle. Fuck it, I'll cuddle. Like I'll hold up with her for probably about 5 minutes until it started to get real hot because you know how it is in the Philippines, man. I can't lay up on you too long because it started to get hot and I need my side of the bed back. But again, when you're in a relationship or you with somebody, that cuddling, that's a thing for them. They love the warm body next to them. So if all you have to do is provide the warm body, you get a little bit of ass in exchange. I mean, dude, that is a win-win. Who taking the dub tonight? Yours truly. And I hope you are too. All right? 20 in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all coming through, showing love to the good doc, man. Y'all make sure y'all can rest with less and stretch yourself all over that like button. It wants it, it needs it, most definitely has to have it. The gems are dropping in bunches tonight. Again, if you guys want to support, man, please feel free to do so. But of course, I am happy and blessed you choose to come through, spend a little bit of time with the boy today. Now you're then. Back to business as usual. Again, ladies, where was this energy? When I was single, right? But now we're starting to transition into I know where the energy is. The freaks come out at night. The booty calls come out at night. Provide a warm body. Get some ass in exchange. It's a win win situation, ladies and gentlemen. Like and I said, now when you do this, it just depends, man. You could probably text two or three of them, see who gonna respond first. Let's see who's gonna respond first. Ladies, do not take this as a sign of disrespect, okay? I'm just saying that I am well aware of the female anatomy and I'm well aware of the female psyche. I've been doing a lot of research on this shit. And it took me a while to really figure my shit out. But once I figured it out, success rate definitely increased. That's the best way for me to put it. Once I figured it out, the success rate definitely figured itself out. Okay. So, gentlemen, if you're not back in the background taking notes as needed, you are missing out. Cause take it from a young dude who's been through it all, man, who's done way more than I thought that I ever did until I actually started talking about this shit on YouTube. Live and learn, man. And I learned that right situations, right timing produces some of the best results. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. Mark my words. My man said he out here giving the gospel. Amen, bro. I'm telling you, this is what's worked for me, man. It don't work for everybody. Look, I'm just here. My man said dudes come through the place, shoot some ladders. Bro, we be in the cut just trying to make it happen. My man Bags, what's good with you, brother? Appreciate you coming through, man. I've been waiting for some new music, man. I've been I got you, me and you are friends on Instagram, man. I just want you to know that. I've been looking for some new music. He says that's why I always cuddle and talk first. This creates attachment. I've made so many girls cling to the point that they are jealous. That is true. Girls like fucking spooning. They like to cuddle. I've never met a girl in my life that don't like to cuddle. Ever. I've never. I shouldn't. Let me take that back. Let me rephrase it. I've never met a Filipina that doesn't like to cuddle, bro. They all like to cuddle. That's like their thing. It's a woman thing, but I think more Filipinas they like to cuddle, man. Spooning is a real thing. Give them some conversation, try to make them feel real comfortable with you and shit, because that's the vibe. That's the psychology of it all. And even if, let me put it to you like this, even if you paid for it the first time, the second and third time, you ain't gonna get charged for it. It just depends. If she calling you to come back, she ain't gonna charge you for that. She just wants your time, effort, and energy after that. So yeah. Let's not. Let's not. But let's do it. I he said tell her she said tell the shy girl I can tell I can tell you don't usually do this and I like that about you. Works every time. Dollar, bruh, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. You took the words right out of my mouth. Cause if you ever want to make them feel comfortable about being the co-conspirator in a booty call, or I wouldn't say the victim because that's a very, very bad word. But if you ever want to make them feel less guilty about getting smashed on, definitely make them feel comfortable about the fact that you about to get in that ass, right? Tell them, I normally don't do this, even though that's a big ass lie. But I can tell you don't normally do this either. It's okay. I'm willing to do whatever you want to do as long as you're comfortable with it, because you gotta make them feel comfortable. You gotta make them feel less guilty about just getting their ass waxed in the middle of the night. You ain't take them out on a date. You ain't buy them no food. You ain't do shit for them. You just showed up, gave her some dick, spooned her down, and I wouldn't say kick her out because you went to her, or however it works, whatever, and you got it in and you got it out. So you gotta make them feel comfortable about that, right? You gotta make them feel less guilty about being the other partner in the booty call predicament. I mean, the minute they feel good about, well, I wouldn't say they feel good about it, but they feel less guilty. Because I do believe all girls want to partake in the activity. They just don't want to be viewed in a negative light. That's the problem. Because they all believe, especially the shy girls, oh my God, I let this guy come over here and have sex with me and shit like that. Oh, I'm such a whore. This because I've had Filipinas have this guilt trip on me right after I tag that ass. They want to have a whole guilt trip. So I have to sit there next to them and tell them it's natural. It's a human thing. It's a human element. This is what men and women do. I mean, if you live that alternative lifestyle, do your thing. But this is the natural thing between a man and a woman, or like I said, whoever you getting it in with. As long as they feel comfortable about that, reiterate that, man. This is natural. It's normal. This is what God intended. I would bring God into it, but this is what was intended for us to do as man and woman. Like this is our natural instinct. Intimacy, the connection. Make sure she feels like you got a connection with her. Ah, man, them panties melt off every single time, bro. I'm getting dangerous in these streets, man. Hey, I'm very dangerous in these Philippine streets, bro. It gets very, very serious in these streets because I will say a lot of good things. And I'll smile and I'll be comforting. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk, I'll listen. That's the worst. That is the best and worst thing about a real one, man. If you can sit there, talk, and listen to her and let her talk, mm, the panties are met off every single time. My man said, I remember through. Hold up, man. Don't be telling my stories now. Don't do that. Don't do that. He said, I remember when Dr. Mike ran through Manila trying to catch a bus. I'll never forget that. Oh, no, you didn't. Hey, man. I think that was season 2 when I first got back. No, season 1. No, season 1. I don't remember. I'm glad I was able to make you smile. My detriment. Local transportation. It was a good time, man. Good time. Shout out to my man David Webb. What's good with you, man? The success rate. I tried, man. My bad. I tried. Hey, I love my Steelers, bro, but they need to get it together. Love them to death. Hey, I'll check it after the live, man. David, I have no idea what a white woman is at, but you'll probably find quite a few. All right. My man says sit extremely far away from the girl that have her ask you, why are you sitting so far away? I've never done that before, but I could try it. Like, why are you all the way over there? Normally it's me. Hold on. You said have her ask you. Normally I don't mind asking, like, why you way over there? Yeah, are you scared or something? You know, I fuck with her and shit, but yeah, I know what you mean. Close the distance. Find a way to close the distance. Big facts. He said in the Philippines, my go-to text that night was about to get some food. These women love eating. Put some food on their stomach. You kind of guaranteeing the success rate after that. He said, but it's hard after the attachment. Some girls, no matter how good they are, can't tag more than once because they get too attached. That becomes an issue. True that. And if you have any ounce of humanity in your system, it really does become extremely difficult to break it off with a Filipina that you were just kind of casually getting it in with. It's very difficult because you're right. When we're talking about spooning and having the conversations and shit, that attachment is gonna come, and it kind of gives them the vibe like you're their boyfriend or some shit like that. If they're not aware that this is just us hooking up and having fun and doing our things and making fun, the operative word that a lot of us use right now, it's going to get to the point where when they do get attached, that break off is going to be hard. You're absolutely correct. It's going to be difficult. And the reason it's going to be difficult is because she's so used to you doing all these things and being nice and stuff. And I feel like when you do have to break it off, she's going to really look at you like a horrible person. Like, how dare you do this to my emotions? I thought that we were, something real. And I thought that you weren't like all these other foreigners. And yes, I've had that conversation a lot. That's why I'm able to dictate it verbatim. I've had this conversation a lot. They were like, oh my God, I thought you were different than all these other foreigners, but all you did was use me to have sex with me and blah, blah, blah. It's hard. It becomes difficult. It becomes very difficult to break it off whenever you actually have to let it go. Because there always comes a time in every man's life where you have to let it go. Normally, I just move to a different island. That's the best way to break it off, or at least break it off in a way that she doesn't feel away. You can still text her from time to time, wean off of the texting. Yeah. But like I said, man, it's never an easy way to break it off, man. He says always check on her next day so she doesn't feel like a homebody. That's true. Yes, definitely make sure you check in, make sure she's okay. All right, that's definitely great information. Dolly, you dropping more knowledge than me tonight, brother. This should be your show. But yeah, definitely make sure you check in on her. All right, that way she don't feel like you just used her, right? Like, oh, you didn't do this. Or what I would say honestly is depending on the situation, if she came to your spot and then she's going home, have her text you when she's home. If you're leaving from her spot or leaving from a location where you guys are and you're going away, tell her you'll text her when you get to the home. And then, send her a message to let her know that you made it home safe and you were just thinking about her. You're going to take a shower or get your day started or whatever it may be. Right. But make sure you check on her periodically throughout the day. Right. Every now and again, it doesn't require 1,000,001 texts, just one or two to make sure she knows that, she wasn't just a fling or a hookup. That's some shit like that. LS Dub, what's good with you, bro? He says, I hear if you buy Filipinos and chicken joy, sweet spaghetti, and a side of rice is definitely a wrap. Yeah, that's look, you put any amount of food on a Filipino stomach, they will definitely become acquiescent to your whims. Best way for me to put it. You do right by them, they will do right by you. That's the best way for me to tell it, man. I really can't see myself dropping any more knowledge than that. If you do right by them, they will definitely do right by you. All right. 13 in the building, guys. I appreciate you locking in, man. We had a great show tonight, man. Today was definitely awesome. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the energy. I hope that you guys got something out of it. Whether you need the knowledge or not, whether you need the gems or not, if you were just here for the edutainment and you guys had a great time, you know what to do. Make sure you drop a like. I don't care whatever you do after that. The likes are mandatory. Supporting is optional, right? Likes mandatory, support optional. I need y'all to remember that. So again, guys, great energy tonight, man. I hope that we were able to edutain top notch. I see a lot of you guys in the chat definitely participating. I appreciate that. For those in the background, I love you. For those who are just listening to me rant, rave, talk shit, have fun, say random off the wall shit that kind of makes sense but don't make sense. For those of you who enjoy that part of the aspect of the show, thank you. For those of you who don't comment, y'all just sit in the background, y'all chill, y'all just want to have a good time. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out. Thank you guys for, giving me some algorithm love. Because whether you say anything or not, your participation is definitely appreciated. If all you do is just put me on in the background and listen to me while you getting it in, cooking, cleaning, or whatever it is. My brother Rain, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you locking in. But whatever you guys are doing in the background, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Okay? Maraming salamat sa el soporta. Thank you guys for the support. I thank you, thank you very much for the support. You guys are awesome. You make this fun for me. This is my leisure activity. All right. I do this for fun. Right? The money would be nice, but I do it for fun. Maybe one day the YouTube gods will help me out and they'll make me like super famous or something. But it ain't gonna come without hard work, ladies and gentlemen. And unless you guys are just living under a rock, the doc loves to edutain. That's just my life, all right? I love to give you guys some good content. I love to give you guys some energy, hopefully some things that will be beneficial to you guys in the long run. But if not, at least come here and just politic and have some fun, all right? So much love to everybody who came through, showed up, showed out, showed up in the background. For those of you who participated in the comment section, thank you guys for showing up. Shout out to my man Wildebeest, man. Appreciate the support, my brother. First thing in the building, you came in strong with it, and I appreciate it, my dude. Good looking out. All right, my man K Dallas, man. Appreciate y'all coming through. Unless you guys got anything to say, I will let you go on about your business because the good doc will definitely be taking that nap. Gotta get your money up, man. Trust me. You get your money up. The Philippines, I feel like when you have money, Filipinos will come to you. Not only does having another Filipino on your arm increase your value, having money increases your value. Nah, I don't expect you to go out there and flaunt it. That's a big no-no. But it's always good to know when you walk around just looking like you bout some shit. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta go out there looking like you bout some shit. And trust me, if you build it, they will come. That was my movie reference. What was that? Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come. Shout out to the Field of Dreams movie reference. Yeah, Doc's. Yeah, I got it. You feel me? Old movie reference. Shout out to my man all the way in sunny San Diego. Appreciate you coming through, King Arthur. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Time for the good that we're going to get to getting. So, with that being said, is StreamYard the best for streaming? I enjoy it because all I got to do is click and go. I love it. My man Nola Boy, what's good with you, pimping? He said, "Doc, what's good?" He said, "I miss the live chat after all this time, fam." You good, brother? It ain't going nowhere. It's just me popping off talking my shit. You ain't missed nothing. You ain't missed nothing at all. But yes, Wayne StreamYard is definitely the best for streaming for me. Not a plug or anything, but I love StreamYard. I put it on and I go. It's definitely easy. It's easy to use, and I think a lot of people have become they love it. I've never heard anybody complain about it. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, it has been fun. It has been real. It is time for the good doc to go and get to get. All right. So with that being said, the good doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Mabuhay. Wayne, I use the free version. The free version gives you close to like 20 hours of stream time for free, and it renews every 28th of the month. All right, you're good, man. Drop me a line. I'll give you the information. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it has been fun. It has been real. Time for me to go and get on about my business. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is on to the next one. Y'all be blessed. Doc is out. Peace.